whole new initiative in partnership with the Make Bullying History Foundation, such an important cause. Now, the players, including Gal, are giving up their time to join the foundation's CEO, Brett Murray, to roll out anti-bullying programs in schools for free to a minimum of 21 schools over 3 years. Now, 15 of these schools are within the Shire and 6 are in regional areas. Now, Big Mum was down there for the launch at the very first school, Woolooware High School. Check it out.
Well, the Cronulla Sharks have teamed up with Brett Murray and his Make Bullying History Foundation to try and eradicate bullying, not only in the Shire, but elsewhere as well. Today we're here at the Woolooware High School where the first of the seminars has taken place. Let's go and have a chat to some of the people who are making this work. You've teamed up with the Make Bullying History Foundation, which is a wonderful thing for the Sharks to do. How's it affected you, mate?
Oh, look, I'm just really proud to be a part of it. I mean, everybody has a right to go to either work or particularly to school and feel safe and the environment they're in and not turn up and, you know, be bullied. And it's something I'm passionate about. I've got kids of my own and I'd be very disappointed, you know, if they were bullied, or even worse, if they were the bully. And I think it's important not just concentrating on victims here, but on the bully as well. And you know, they're crying out for attention, and that's why the biggest message to the kids today is to report it. Tell a teacher, tell a parent, and don't just be a bystander.
You must be extremely proud of the fact that the Sharks are, I think, the only club that are involved in this at the moment, the only NRL club anyway.
Well, certainly in this particular area, the Make Bullying History Initiative, we identified Brett Murray, who, as you know, is probably one of the leading campaigners in the country in that whole area of anti-bullying and make bullying history through his foundation.
Brett Murray, he's the true deliverer who will go out and make sure that students understand what they need to do, how they can react, and how they can stop bullying.
It's all about who you are in here. It's the character. The fuel that really gets the kids excited is I share my story. I was chronically bullied as a student. I was a guy who was always picked on. I was the smallest kid in my year.
How'd you fix it?
To be honest, it never got fixed at school. That's why I'm so passionate about it now. The research shows that 70% of adults who have been bullied chronically as children suffer long-term effects as adults. So that's why we have to, you know, really act upon it.
Students believe in our players. They're their heroes. So our players can come in, talk to them, and they will listen to them like they not listen to anybody else.
Positive male role modelling has been identified as a key contributing factor to a person's self-esteem and self-worth. Asking Mick and asking Gal to be here, it wasn't a hassle for them. They're like, yeah, let's do this. Because they're now dads, they've got children, they don't want their children growing up in bullying environments. So it's something that they're invested in themselves.
Well, while Woolooware High School, first cab off the rank, that's great, isn't it?
They've already got some wonderful programs themselves around, you know, peer support, self-esteem, handling peer pressure and all those sort of things. But this program they see complements the current work they're doing significantly, and we're really excited and proud that they've stepped up to be the first cab.
The most important thing is to tell the kids is that they're all special. They're all winners at the end of the day, and just because they're not a first grade footy player or they're not the best runner in their school, they're all winners, and that's the message we gave them.
One of the big things we spoke about is finding those role models that are in your life. It might be a teacher, it might be a parent, or it might be even a best friend. And so many kids are out there being bullied, but they got no one to talk to. So if we can be as role models from the club and as players, then hopefully we can present a better future for these kids.
If you think you're being bullied, what's the one thing you should do?
Speak up, talk about it, shed a light on it. Yeah, because dobbing on someone, we're changing the way we speak. It's not dobbing, it's exposing. Because if we can stop bullying, kids can start dreaming.
It's almost a privilege, isn't it, and an obligation for you and other NRL players, because you can make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. When we first found out about it, myself and Michael Ennis jumped straight on it. So did a lot of the other boys. Just the things that kids and even adults and everybody are exposed to these days, particularly social media, it's like nothing we had when we were growing up.
When you went home, you were safe from it, but not anymore.
Well, it's not only what happens at school, it's on your computer, it's on your mobile phone, everywhere you go it happens. And they're just faced with so much more these days, and unfortunately these people can be nameless and faceless, and they don't have to take any responsibility for what they're actually doing, and they don't realise how harmful it can be to people. So the main message is find someone you can talk to, whether it be a parent, a school teacher, a best friend, and don't just be a bystander. Don't just let it happen. Speak up about it, as you heard him say there. Don't just let it happen. The most important thing is to speak up about it. It's not dobbing. Because a lot of the time the bully needs some help as well. They're crying out for attention.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, it's not just the people being victims. It's the bully needs some attention and some help as well. So by telling an adult or a teacher you're not dobbing in anyone, you're actually helping. So that's the biggest message we wanted to give.
Yeah, it's a really important message. Well said. Thank you
Good
very,
work,
very
guys.
much. Yeah.